everyone. Can you guys hear me? Just checking. Hi, Erta. Happy Sunday to you too. Can you just let me know if you can hear me? And for those of you who are live with me, where are you from? Just let me know real quick before we get started. Hi, T. Okay, perfect. From New York City. Love it. All right. I think the chat is just a little bit delayed, but I have a drink over here. I have my kombucha because I think this is going to be a long one, but I'm going to try not to be too long-winded. And the reason why I decided to hi AAC, hi Fly Girl. The reason why I decided to do a live instead of pre-recording the video is because I just want to be raw and honest and just, you know, speak from the heart instead of like editing myself too much. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think for this Q&A, I got the most amount of questions. So, I mean, let's jump right into it. As you can see, this is a new location. Please like the video so, you know, a lot of people can get the notification that the live is going on. And of course, this goes without saying, but if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But yeah, this is a new location. I moved into my new home yesterday. Like, it was surreal. Honestly, I am so happy, so grateful for this moment, and I did not think that it will happen this quickly. Just to put you up to speed, I moved from out of my former home or house at this point in January. And because it was super difficult to find something, I decided to rent for a little bit just to figure out as well what do I want to do, if I want to even like, I was even considering moving out of the country, going somewhere else. So I was like, okay, let me just rent for a little bit. Hi, Anastasia. Oh, all the way from Ukraine and Ireland. But yeah, I was like, let me just rent for a little bit and see, you know, what's going on. And then because the place that I got to rent was temporary, my lease was up in July. So I was kind of, I don't know, a little bit nervous because I was like, what am I going to do after the lease is up, right? I mean, I do have family and friends here. I do have all of that, but it's not like I have my mom here that I can just move into her place or like back home. So that wasn't an option for me. So that's why I was always like, you know, I need to figure out something. So I started looking for apartments in April, and then I think this was the third or fourth house that I saw, and it immediately spoke to me, and I was like, this is it. So next week, next Sunday, hi Fly Tie. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So next week I'll have a video with apartment hunting. Hi, Siobhan. So you will see like all the apartments that I viewed. It's not, I was even contemplating on like not posting that video because I'm like, I was like, it felt to me like I took a step back. I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but of course the house that I had before with my ex, that was a house. Like it was a house. Like we have four bedrooms, like, you know, a whole backyard, everything. Like it really felt like a grown-up house. And now like I really had to downscale, right? Because I'm, you know, by my own. And at first it really felt like very confronting. Like, you know, it doesn't, to be honest with you, it didn't feel like it was fair. It wasn't in balance. Because my ex, like he left with, or he stayed with the house and he bought me out. But in this market, like it's so difficult to find something, especially of, you know, in that neighborhood, and also with that square footage, it just was not something that I can do on myself. So, and then after that, I finally got, I had peace with it, because I'm like, this is a new chapter, it's a new beginning, it's for me, and it doesn't matter, like money comes and goes, right? And it doesn't really matter how big of a house you have or how many things you have. Like, of course it hurts, because you, like, I worked hard to get there and to achieve that, but at the same time, my peace of mind is way more, the value, and that's what I realized. The money that I'm able to that I am willing to put down for my peace of mind is priceless to me. So that means, you know, moving into a smaller crib, we're going to make incredible memories here as well, and that's that on that. So I'm super grateful for this. And yeah, and you know, at my age, that this is my second, you know, house that I bought. So, and the way that I look at it is that, you know, this is just going to be a step into the right direction. It's going to be the first investment property, whatever it is. I'm going to make incredible memories here, and that's that. So one of the questions that I got a lot was, are you okay? And I really appreciate that question, because there were moments that I wasn't, there were moments that I wasn't okay. Let's just, you know, yeah, that's true. However, I feel like this year has been really going into the right direction. I am 34. I turned 34 in March, the 2nd of March. So I'm a Pisces, because that's also a question that I got. But yeah, I would say this year really started on a high note, and then it, you know, kind of went a little bit more down, because I broke up with my boyfriend, and I think it's confusing for some of y'all, because it's like, the reason being, for me, it's not confusing at all, because of course this has, you know, all of this has been happening in the background, and I don't share things in real time, right? So when I shared that I was moving out of the house with my ex and I was already in a relationship, yes, but I was already broken up with my ex for like months, almost up to a year at that point. Okay, T, I see you. But yeah, but because of the situation, we were still living under the same roof, right? But there was like nothing, like, I think those of you who have experienced that, or even have children in the situation, you can kind of understand that you can move on, but, you know, still live under the same roof. It's not the ideal situation, but sometimes it is what it is. But I moved on with my romantic life, and that's why I was okay with sharing that I was in a relationship at that point. And when I shared it, it was already a couple of months in. However, in February, we broke up. Not going to go into much details, but just to respect his privacy, because I don't, like, I'm an open book at this point. I think that's another thing, that when I was in a relationship, I kind of felt like I needed to protect either the person or the relationship. And now I feel like I don't mind sharing too much, like about my life, because I feel like it's a two-way street. I'm asking something of y'all, and you are you ask something of me as well. Of course, I'm not gonna share 100%, but I do feel now that I'm single, I do feel a little bit more comfortable sharing more about myself. But the person I was in a relationship with, I shared that he is an American, and so yeah, the American man, he has kids, so that was a very new experience for me, and it was a, I would say it was not, it was a lot. It was a lot, not the kids, not the kids weren't a lot, but just the situation around it, what comes with that fact, and just there were a couple of things that just were not aligning. And one thing that I learned, because that's another question that I got from you guys, like what is one thing that I learned in my past relationship that I would take into my new one? That's like, it was so super clear to me that in my past relationship, the one of 12 years, I was doubting myself a lot, wasn't like super confident. My self-worth was like crumbling, like at some point, like at a point I, lost myself and all of that. And one thing that I did in this more recent relationship is the moment that I see that there is some misalignment, and that I can't see like a very long term future, it just is not gonna work out. And some people come into your life to teach you something, and then that's it. Of course, it was very sad because it was a very nice relationship for the moment that it was. Very nice guy. I cannot speak more highly of him. But just the situations around it weren't ideal, to say the least. So for that reason, I was like, no, this is not for me. And that's fine. Took a little bit for me to of course process that as well. So to get back into the question of, am I okay? I think that there are very much so ups and downs, and which is super normal. And I think that now that I'm off the contraceptive pill, I do feel my feelings way more intense than before. Before I was like, it was like this, incredibly mellow, but now I definitely see that as like more of a roller coaster sometimes. So yeah, I have to, get used to that more as well. And I'm dating again. So I think that you guys saw the reel that I posted. I think it was last week that I went on a first date. And like I said, I never post things in real time. So that was like almost a month ago already. So I've been out in these streets, and it's rough out there. Oh my goodness. Like, it is super rough. And at, in a way, I am kind of glad that the relationship didn't work out, the more recent one, because that was like, I didn't get a chance to really date. So as soon as I got on the dating apps after I broke up with the long-term relationship one, I found like this man, which was amazing. Like, he was like incredible, in the, like, not in the beginning, but just it was a, and but that meant that I didn't have the chance to really date around. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that now I haven't found anyone that I got that instant click with. So there is someone, but let's put a pin on that. But yeah, so in a way, I'm kind of glad that happened, that we broke up. So now I can like really try to understand myself better, understand what do I want, what do I don't want. But I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it. It is rough. Like honestly, the toll that dating puts on your mental health, the emotions, the roller coaster, it's crazy. So I decided to pause that for a little bit, because it was doing too much, and especially like when you really really like someone and then it's not reciprocated, the anxious attachment in me just it just takes a toll on me. So I would have like days that I'm like, why isn't he texting back? Like, why isn't he calling? Things like that. So now I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on me, because I saw that some of y'all like gave me that advice as well, which I truly appreciate. But I'm someone who I love. I'm J-Lo, right? That kind of girl. I know it's not the most healthy, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like there is so much in me that I just want to give. And what I'm working on right now is to just hold on to that and be more open to receiving. So instead of me giving the whole time, just relax and just be open to receive and to ask. And that's like things that I'm working on, because it's a reprogramming that needs to take place for sure. But yeah, there is someone that I met, also American. Hi, St. Lucia. Where are you from? Where are you calling from? Or where are you watching from? St. Lucia as well? A Caribbean girly? Yeah, so there is someone that I found on Hinge, because I'm trying Bumble and Hinge, but Bumble is not giving at all. I don't know if you guys have experience with the dating apps, and any success stories would be much appreciated to give me some courage. But found someone on Hinge, and hi Caribbean Seed. Oh, you're in Toronto. Oh, St. Lucia, you're in Toronto, but I'm a Caribbean girl indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. And hi, Prince Melange, all the way from South Africa. I love it. My audience is diverse. Like, we're progressive over here. But yeah, so I found this man, and listen, like when I tell you, this emoji that when you see this man is so fucking fine. Like, he is fine as fuck. And we met one time because of the circumstances. It just is not, again, it's the alignment thing for me. Like, I feel like it's the universe telling me that, Tess, it's not your time yet. I do know that my person for me, for the right season, is out there, but I feel like it's not like the right timing yet. But oh my goodness, that, like, just the date that we went on was a super prolonged date, and it just gave me hope. Like when you get when you get hope in life, when you see someone that's that good looking, and you're like, and that's super nice as well, and just kind, and it just gives you hope. I'm like, you know what? It will work out in its due season, in its divine timing. It will definitely work out. It's just a matter of having patience, and yeah, it will work out. Hi, Susie. Kumbay Kuba. Danke, danke, danke. Hi, Melanie. What's your ethnicity? I'm from, like you can see from Susie's comment, I'm from Curacao. I'm from Curacao. I was born and raised there. I lived there until I was 19, and then I moved to the US, to Florida, in Boca Raton. I studied there. And then I moved here to the Netherlands. And yeah, hopefully I can. I have this manifestation thing that I'm doing right now, like a 60-day cleanse. I'm following Armand Wiggins' 60-day cleanse. If you guys know him, if you don't, get on it because, baby, it's putting me in that right mindset to manifest the things that I want to accomplish. And one of the things that I really want to do is to move back to the US. I know this is an unpopular opinion for some because a lot of my American girlies are trying to get out of the country, but yeah, Boca, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to, I would say not full time, but I definitely want to be there more often. I'm actually planning on coming September to New York City. So definitely, if you're from New York City or you want to fly in just to meet me, I would be down for that for sure because I want to really meet some of you guys in real life. I feel like it's been too long that this is a virtual relationship. We need to get physical. We need to get physical. So I'm definitely going to set that up and let you know when I'll be there. But yeah, I'm manifesting that into my life. I really want to, live maybe part-time there. Not sure which city yet. We need to figure that out. Depends on if the man comes through, because I'm laser focused, If you have a goal, you have to go for it, right? But yeah, no, that's like really something that I want to definitely do. I've been because I saw that someone asked, oh, Chi, oh, you're from Miami. Yeah, I've been, when I was living in Boca, I was down in Miami all the time. Yeah, definitely doing a meetup, LaShonda, definitely, and it will be in New York City. Yeah, we can definitely do lives more often. I'm jumping all over the place. We definitely need to do this more often because I'm not a pro at all, and as you can see, but I'm really enjoying the engagement. No, I didn't buy a house. I wish New York City. What? I mean, even Amsterdam is crazy. Like I went for a viewing in Amsterdam, and it is just. I don't know how people can actually dare to ask these prices because it's crazy. So no, I bought a house in The Hague, and you can see The Hague as like the Washington D.C. of America. So. Amsterdam, of course, is the capital, but The Hague is like where the government sits, all the embassies, all the international court, and all of that is in The Hague. So it is. I would say when I first moved here, it wasn't giving at all. It was. I was like, what am I doing here? And again, I came here because my boyfriend at the time was already here. And I moved for love, and I also moved for to do my master's here, and so I didn't like really think about it. So I just moved here, and then so this was already 13 years ago, 14 years ago, and but yeah, the city wasn't giving at all, super boring. But I would say after Corona, it's really a lot of gentrification. I'm not gonna lie. I'm part of it as well myself right now. But it's really giving like the city more of a life, more of a vibe, like super cute little shops and like local stuff and like a lot of international students as well, which that's like super important to me to be in a city that is vibrant but also a little bit diverse. And so yeah, The Hague is really up and coming. So I'm super happy that I found a property here because I do see the potential of the area really like being developed. So that's why I said like this is definitely going to be an investment property that I can, get some profit out of if I decide to sell it or rent it or whatever, and then, move into a house if I want kids and all of that. But let me see. I do really want to do a live. I'll get back to the story of the new American man just in a little bit. Just bear with me. I want to do a live. I would say maybe once a month. What do you guys think? Let me know if you will be down to a once a month live just to do a quick update. I cannot do it every week because my life is super boring, you guys. Like that's why I stopped doing vlogs, because I was literally like making stuff up to vlog, and that wasn't a nice place to be in, because again, on my mental health, that was, financially, I was, what am I doing? I'm just making stuff up to film, because otherwise, like, I just go to work, come back, do editing, do like YouTube stuff, and then go to bed. Like during the weekends, I'm gonna go on a walk with Frida, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, so that there is not much going on. So I would say I can definitely once a month, but let me know if you guys would be interested in that, so we can kiki and then just, give each other updates, because I really want to, yeah, create way more of a community than a one-way street. And one of my friends actually inspired me to do this, because she's a Desti D on Instagram, and she reached out to me. She's also she's a coach, but she's on Instagram. And she reached out to me and she was like, I really like your vibe, and I think that we will be super good friends. Didn't know her, she didn't know me. We were just following each other, and we met. Like, I went to London because she's in London right now. I went to London 2 weeks ago to meet up with her, and it felt like we knew each other for 10 years. And that's like really what I want to build with you guys as well, because I feel like people nowadays follow each other, but they don't, like, it's not supposed to be me just sending. Like, I want to receive as well. Like I said, I'm in my receiving era. So yeah, let's see how we can set up the lives more often. Dutch is my native, well, Papiamento is my native language. Dutch is the official language of Curacao. Curacao is was a Dutch colony. It is kind of, you can say, a Dutch territory, not really, but you can compare it with that. And that's why I also moved here, because it's like it was way cheaper for me to continue my studies here than in America. My bachelor's degree, it just took my parents out, because it was so expensive, so I couldn't like keep doing that. And it was just the whole immigration thing to, like, stay in the country, and it was a lot. So that's why I decided to move here. So Chels, so your friend met a man on Bumble during the pandemic and they got married. Okay, so that's a success story. Yeah, that gives me hope. That gives me hope, because like I said, like, I don't go out. So I was thinking, where am I going to meet a man if I'm just going to work and coming back home? Like, there is, and on top of that, I'm manifesting an American man, because like I said, that's like, I feel like I really resonate with the culture. I am not, this is so, I'm going to get canceled for this. But I don't think I can do Curacao men anymore. The trauma. No, but that's like, I would do a Caribbean person. An African man is something that, I'm open to. An American man, UK also, I'm open to. But I want to dibble and dabble, see, what I like. But it has to, like, I don't see any other way to do that than dating apps, because yeah, like I said, I don't go out. So, but yeah. Cocoa Brownie. Okay, take your time and try to meet people in real life. Like, girl, where? So dates to concerts, theaters, dinners, conferences, traveling solo. Yeah, it is a battlefield for sure. Okay, I did a solo travel. I really loved it. I went to the Dolomites in Italy. Absolutely loved it. So I'm definitely going to do a couple of more solo trips. The trip that in New York City is going to be a solo trip. So who knows? I mean, I'm going to meet you guys. You can set me up with your cousins or with your brothers. I don't know. We can make something happen. But concerts, I went actually to the Beyonce concert, not this Kawhi Carter one, but the Renaissance one. I went by myself. I go to dinners by myself all the time. I go to the movies by myself. I have no problems doing stuff by myself. Like, that's not the issue. It's just that here, I don't know what it is, but I just don't see. I think it's also because, okay, I like what I like, right? I do like more, you know, people with melanin. And there is just not a lot here. So the options are very limited, very much so. I would say I was, I'm not sure if I am, but I was open to dating other races as well. But I don't know, I feel like I don't want to give up on black men. I think that if I really give it, you know, give it time, who knows? So, and I'm not in a rush at all. It just needs to be right. Okay. But meeting people in real life is rough out here. Okay, are you still in project management, or are you now full-time entrepreneurship? I can stand it. I want to pivot. I am. I actually tried doing YouTube full-time last year, and it just, I wouldn't say I really want to get to a point that I can do that. And that's something, another thing that I'm manifesting and I'm working on. However, the timing for me was not right, because I was, you know, it was just after my dad passing, just after breaking the relationship. You know, it was just so much going on mentally that I didn't have the space to like really lock in and just focus and do my thing. So that's why I decided to go back to the corporate world, and I am working for a telecom company, I think it's the biggest one here in the Netherlands, as a business designer. So pretty much what that is I work in IT for the B2B market, and I design processes to make the whole service line like way more efficient and more focused on bringing more customer satisfaction. So yeah, I do that 4 times a week, and then on my day off I dedicate like fully to YouTube and Instagram and all of that. And I am hoping to maybe switch it to working 3 days in corporate, 2 days for YouTube. But we'll see. We'll see how things progress. But that's like the plan. I would say I'll feel comfortable kind of doing it 50-50 until I can really sustain myself with social media. Another question that I got was how much I make on social media. Last year I make about 40K. So it's not, it's a lot. Like it's a good amount, but it's not enough, right? So that's the thing. When you are an entrepreneur on your own, you need to make like that much more in order to feel comfortable, at least for me, because everything is on you, right? So if anything happens, you need to have a very large buffer to be able to sustain yourself, especially if you want to expand like your family and stuff like that. It just wasn't enough for me to like really make that my only source of income. So yeah, so that's why I decided to go back to corporate. Serendipity, I love it. Your life may bore you, but you are interesting to talk to. Your accent, being overseas from Americans like me, you're interesting to me. Okay, like I truly get that. So that's why I feel like lives will be much more fun because I really like this form of communicating. I'm thinking of even doing maybe streaming through StreamYard, so I can get like some of you guys in. We can, kind of like a radio show, and make it like way more interactive that way instead of like making shit up to just show my life because it's super boring. So yeah. Would you recommend Curacao for AV? Of course. Like I honestly, one thing that I'm just going to, and okay, so this is also something that I've changed about myself. I believed before that things that you want to accomplish or dreams that you have and whatever, you have to keep them to yourself because I don't know, I feel like there are, before I felt like there are negative energies and things like that from other people. If you share, what your goals are and things like that. Now I'm like, F that. I don't care. If it's for me, it's for me. I'm going to work towards it, and it is what it is, right? So I really want to do a vacation trip, I was inspired by Jessie Woo. She does vacations. So I really want to do something like that, but in Curacao because it's my home country. That's my island. I know it through and through, and I feel like it's really an island that's becoming super popular amongst Americans, and most of you are Americans. So I feel like if I can give you like a tailored trip, show you like my favorite local spots, would you be down for that? Let me know. Let me know, Serendipity. Would you be down for that? Because it's such a beautiful island, like perfect for vacations, for solo vacations, for couples, for whatever, for girls trips. Like we can make it happen. But I kind of want to see how much interest there is for something like that. Can you share a little bit about your family? Ooh, where do I start? Melanie, these questions some of them were deep too, but and we're already 38 minutes in. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was raised in a family of four: mom, dad, and me and my brother. My brother is 38, so I have an older brother, and so my dad passed 2 years ago. It was so crazy. Like, can you believe that of all the boxes that I had, like packing and coming to here, moving, the first box that I unboxed was a box with a photo of me and my dad. I was like, and it was a coincidence. Like at some point I didn't know what was in what box anymore. So the first, like, I got so emotional because I felt like, his presence was here with me, kind of like giving me that blessing or like telling me like, I'm proud of you, you've come. It was so beautiful. Like, I felt so loved in that moment. And that's like another question that I got from you guys. It's like how I'm dealing with the grief and stuff like that. I would say I'm dealing with it incredibly well. I'm so like grateful for my therapist. I had a very intense therapy sessions, like I would say took us 9 months to a year to go through everything. And I did EMDR, which is to really deal with trauma. Like for me, it was childhood trauma that manifested itself in all areas of my life, but it got really more so, I would say, triggered because of my dad's passing. And I felt in a way that it was okay for me to talk about that, to deal with it, or to out my grievances because he was passed. It was such a weird thing that I can definitely go more into in another life if you guys have questions about that, because that's something that really helped me so much in all areas of my life, all my different relationships, with friends, with work, with, romantically. I'm so grateful that I had a very good therapist. I still see her, but on a way less frequent pace right now. But and I would say Frida helped me a lot as well, because I had like a living thing, a living being that I had to take care of. That, if you look at her face, where is she? Oh, she's right here. Look, if you look at her little face, it just brings a smile to my face. Like, it's so, I don't know what I would do without Frida. But yeah, so that's our family. My brother lived in the Netherlands for a little bit, but then he moved back home, so he lives there now. Our relationship is not the best. We don't, to be honest with you, we don't have a relationship. We don't. When I'm there, we are cool, but yeah, we don't have a relationship. I can definitely expand on that more as well if you guys have questions about that, or you have a similar situation that you would like to share. The I'm a lawyer in America. Trust me, schooling is absolutely overpriced. Yes, I know that a lot of people that study in America, they leave with it like a mortgage. It's crazy. My parents had to take a second mortgage to pay for my school. And the gag is, I studied biology, right? I don't do shit with biology anymore. Like, and I had to really convince them that, it will be fine. Like, when I pivoted to go more into, first I went into marketing, and now into IT. I do nothing with biology, but like, what I realized is that it doesn't really matter what you study, unless you're studying really for a trade or like a profession, like a doctor or whatever. But if you're just doing business and things like that, it just doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. It all comes down to experience and how you sell yourself and things like that. I'm very grateful for my education, but I don't know. I don't know if I get, if I get blessed with a kid, I'll let her or him decide. But I'm not going to push my kids to, like, you have to go to college, because there are so many other avenues to create a living and to reach success. Gigi, the African men would love you. I would love them too. I mean, hit me up, slide in the DMs, shoot your shot. Try the Facebook dating part, Mary. Facebook. I don't even have the app. I don't even have the app anymore. If I have to look up something on Facebook, I'll do facebook.com. Caroline, I am glad I found you live today. I'm glad you're here too, girl. Okay, I'm Deshawn. I'm located in the Netherlands, in The Hague. And JB, hello. Hi, girl. How are you? Maya, how are you? Denise, Naomi, how are you guys? Oh, no, you're in Voorburg. I just moved, so I used to live in Voorburg. Now I'm in The Hague. Terry, don't share your info. There's a lot of wicked people watching and listening. Yeah, but there is a lot of great people watching too, and I do it for them. That's like the 95%. But I appreciate that. I know that you say this out of caring for me, so I appreciate that. I think you should sign up for an agency to probably work for. Yes, actually, I actually just signed with an agency. I was signed with a manager, and now I'm signed with an agency, and they are based in. I'm super like this just happened right like a week ago. So we're doing the onboarding and getting things set up. Um, they are based in America, in Atlanta, and focused on Black creators. So I am super, super excited. Like they reached out to me. I'm very, very grateful that they found me and they want to work with me because I do think that I have like so much potential. But there is only so much that I can do in the limited amount of time that I have, right? So I really need the help with all of that, like with editing. I am looking for someone that's a little bit more professional as well to like really level up my videos. When I'm in New York City, I need a photographer. So like things like this, it really takes a lot of time to source like good people, to find good people to have in your team, because I really do believe in investing in that in order to really go to the next level. But it's really good that you said that, because yeah, I feel like now we can set this foundation in order to like really accelerate in a couple of months. um let's see. Yes, and okay, serendipity, I really agree with this. I think that the harder you shine, the harder the wicked will fall. 100%. So I won't let that like dim my light, because why that's giving them too much power. I'm not about that. I'm not about that life. So you would, okay, so T, you would definitely join a vacation trip. I'm Jamaican, so the Caribbean is my place. Absolutely. Okay, good. We have one people, we have one person that's signing up. Tulumi, hi from Botswana. Oh my God, Botswana. I really want to visit. I really want to visit. That's so high on my bucket list to visit. Um, uh, Botswana or South Africa, Rwanda. Like, I really want to visit that area for sure. And let's see. Are you in Amsterdam? No, I'm in The Hague. See Jackson. If so, do you recommend it's a place to live for Black American women? I'm considering leaving the US. Like, yeah, I see a lot of people leaving the US and I want to go there. Amsterdam, yeah, definitely. I feel like Amsterdam, The Hague, or Rotterdam are definitely fun. Amsterdam, I would say, is my number one. If you want, a European city that is quite international, there are a lot of tourists there though. So it's very busy. The black thing, I don't know. I feel like if you want to be amongst your peoples, I don't know if Amsterdam is the right is the one is the city. When it comes to Europe, I would say London is would be my first choice. But Amsterdam is cool though. Amsterdam is really, really fun. Um, so yeah, but that's the only thing. Like when you say like a community of Black American people, I'm not sure if that's like if Amsterdam will be the top at the top of my mind for that. Would you do more? Okay, Chels. Would you do more videos based around weight loss, home workouts, healthy eating? You're my body goals. Thank you, girl. And you have a similar shape. Okay, so this is like I'm not sure because I don't have a very good routine. Like my weight fluctuates so much. I lost some weight because I did like a beginning of the year like cleanse and fasting and all of that, and That's why I lost some weight. I didn't do it to lose weight. I did it for like my more spirituality and my mental health. But the weight loss came, you know, it was a nice addition to that. And I do like to cook. I do like to cook. I do move a lot because I have Frida and I try to, you know, walk her quite a lot. Um, but the thing is with this, because I'm not an expert in this area, I don't want to be an expert. I don't. It's not really a passion of mine, and because I struggle with it myself so much, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a lot of videos on it. I would do a video here and there, but it's not going to be something that's, you know, a recurring type of video on my channel. I do get a lot of questions on it though, because, you know, my body type is, I do really love my body, but it's not the most, how do you say that? Like a conventional, or you don't see it all the time. So that's why when this is for counts for me as well. When I see a creator that has the similar body type as I do, I immediately follow and I want to like know, you know, what they do or where they shop and all of that, because it is a very particular body shape. But yeah, I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to do regular videos on that. Yeah, because I'm not an expert and I don't want to be. Let's see. And the workouts that I do, honestly, I just work out at home. I just work out at home and I feel so stupid saying that, but it's not rocket science. For me at least, maybe it has to do something, you know, with genes or whatever. But yeah, I just work out at home. I would say 3 times a week, 3 times a week for 45 minutes. I have some weights, I have my mat. I do, you know, I put the YouTube video and that's it. Like there is nothing like a regimen or anything that I do. Some weeks, like it's been 2 weeks and I haven't worked out because of the moving and stuff. So that's why I don't want to be seen as like an expert or, you know, to do what I do, then you will get this body, because it just is not that. So yeah, I hope that, you know, it's cool with you guys. Okay, look up above. What's your race? So I'm black. Definitely black. My great grandmother is Venezuelan, and she is indigenous. So I do get this question a lot, because a lot of people cannot really put me in a box, you know, or they would say like, what are you? Well, you know, are you Indonesian? Are you, you know, Polynesian? Or no, I'm just from Curacao, I'm black. But yeah, I would say my great grandmother, if you see her, you can definitely understand why my features are a little bit like that. But yeah, and that's that. Tees, yeah, everything. I have to get everything tailored as well. Mostly pants, but I'm also getting blazers and stuff tailored. You know, because the the sleeves would be too long for me, so I definitely can relate with that. Okay, so Flex Henry, I'm going to start a male version of your channel focused on fragrance and fashion and gym training. Any tips? I love that. I'm actually I'm contemplating on doing some videos, like for example, capsule wardrobe videos that I do on a regular basis, doing the male version of that, because I think that it's very like you can translate it into menswear super easy, because my style is very much so inspired by menswear. So I think it's the same way. It's the same way for you, Harry. I think that you can definitely take inspiration from my videos and just translate that into the male version. And there you go. Like it's you know, there is really like not much of a difference between the core pieces when it comes to women's wear and men's wear, in my opinion. Um, let's see. Emilia, can you do a Mango summer haul? Yes, definitely, because I think Mango is the best place to shop for, or the best season to shop at Mango is summer, in my opinion. Their summer wardrobe, like new in, is banging, always banging in the summer. Okay, so Ebony, how do you prevent heat damage as a straight? Okay, so heat damage at a certain point, it will happen. It will happen, but I feel like my Dyson products and the products that I have from Dyson were gifted. But I'm not saying this because they were gifted. I don't work with them. But I feel like because of those products, I don't have as much heat damage. The only place that I have heat damage is in the front, because like that's where I really go in with the straightener. I even use the Remington's cheap straightener, you know, to really get the bone straight effect, and that really damages the hair. But if I want like a more natural, you know, straightening style, I would definitely go in with a Dyson, and it doesn't damage my hair. They are super expensive, I know, but I mean, it does something, right? So if you want to invest in that just to protect your hair, I really think that it's worth it. Let's see. How do I keep my hair? Jerry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. In relation to hair, how do you keep your hair straight in this Dutch humidity? I don't know. I don't do anything special. I don't do anything special with my hair when it comes to products or anything like that. I think it really has to do with your type of hair, because my hair is pretty good in humidity. So yeah, there is no tea there. No tea there. I wish I had something that, you know, a magic composition that I can give to you, but no. I just wash it and dry it and do the straightener. That's pretty much it. Okay. Guest 5930. Do you follow people back on social media? Yes. And do you reply to DMs? Yeah, I reply to pretty much all my DMs. So if you have DM'd me, you'll know that I reply as much as possible. Like I really be up in my DMs and be, you know, up with on really keeping up with it, because I really, like I said, I really think that engagement is very important, and it's very important for me to know what you guys are liking, what you're looking for, questions and things like that. AB, what's your advice for a single girl that doesn't have a boyfriend and doesn't have any friends, but wants to travel the world so badly? I'm confident enough to travel solo though, but I feel sad. Don't feel sad. Don't feel sad. Look at it this way. This is going to be okay. So if you really want someone, so you really want a boyfriend and you're working towards, you know, getting there, because I feel like faith without work is dead, right? So if you want that, you want to manifest that, or you have to put action behind it as well. But in the meantime, just enjoy being single. The way that I look at it is, these are going to be my last few months as a single lady. So I'm going to enjoy it. My last few months or years as childless, right? So I'm going to enjoy that, being carefree, like just not having to discuss things that I want to, what I want to eat, what I want to wear, what I want to this is that. I don't have to discuss that with anyone. I can make all my decisions and I'm just going to enjoy that. And I think that once you switch that mindset into thinking that it's just a matter of time, it'll all be good, then you will start really, being more in the moment and embracing being single and all of that. And one thing that I also do is practice the way that I want to show up for my man. Practice that with my friends. Like it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship to for you to show up as the woman that you want to be. So if I am appreciative of my friends, like I'm grateful for them in my life, I would say that because that's like something that I had to really work on to really express myself and to ask for help or ask for advice, or if they want to give something to me, to just receive that instead of you know expecting something in return, or to for me to do something in return for them. So I would say don't just focus on romantic relationships, but also just platonic relationships, be it male or female. There is so much enrichment that those types of relationship bring into your life as well. Actually, yesterday I was thinking about this as I was moving, because when I was in a relationship, right, there is a lot that you kind of outsource to your partner, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. However, once that is not in the picture anymore, everything comes on your shoulders. But it doesn't have to be that way. So I was so grateful that yesterday I had so many people like willing to help me out. And it looks like something very small and minuscule, but I was so grateful that I had to tell people that I don't need their help anymore, because I have enough people to help me, and I don't really have that much stuff, so it's just not necessary. But that goes to say that I have nurtured these relationships that in a way that people are so open and willing to help me, and in the past I would not even ask. So now I was like, I'm just going to ask, and then be open to receive. And that's like really something that has been helping me to really enjoy being single again, and really seizing that moment as well, and see how do I want to show up for myself and for my friends, and eventually keep forming myself as well for my future partner. Hope that helps. Hi, Susan. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for being here as well. Do you sell the clothes you don't want? Because the black dress that you purchased was everything. Okay, so I do sell my stuff on Vinted. But like I said, I'm currently based in the Netherlands. So Vinted only ships in Europe. So if you are in Europe, you're in luck. You can just jump on my Vinted, and I sell my stuff for a bargain. Like some stuff with labels on them, with tags on them and everything, I'll sell them for like 5 or 10 euros, and that's it. Because I don't like, I feel like I just want to kind of a way of me giving something back, but I'm not going to give it for free on Vinted. So I'll just ask for something small. So yeah, the people that have access to Vinted here in Europe, they can purchase it from me there. Would you be willing to come on a podcast? Yes, it's about empowering women through faith, fashion and business. Absolutely. I am in my season of saying yes. I was even thinking of, I really want to put myself more out there to do things that are out of my comfort zone. So yes, definitely. The faith part, I'm not sure though, because so that's another question that I got about my faith and religion and things like that. And okay, so I am not sure what I am. I am not sure what I am, and let me explain. And I've been watching Pop the Balloon. And some people, if you watch Pop the Balloon, give this video like the Arlette one. But I've been watching Pop the Balloon, and some people on there, they kind of struggle with the same thing when it comes to religion and stuff like that. So I was born, no, I was not born and raised a Christian. So my mom is Catholic, my dad was Protestant, so both Christian, right? But we weren't like brought up Christian, like we didn't go to church and stuff like that. So wasn't baptized, any of that. So my parents, they kind of left it up to us, so my brother and I, to whatever, decide what we want to do. But my grandma, she was a very devoted Christian, like a church lady through and through. And I went to church with her, I think ever since I was like maybe 5 or 6. So I got my faith really from her. Like we went to Bible studies on, Wednesday we had the cell group. I was in church. Listen, I was a church girly for sure. I had a whole exploration. If you ask my mom, she'll tell you. Till this day, she's like, I don't know what got into you, but I went from like a Christian church, like a, how do you call that? Like the Joel Osteen's, that kind of church, to a 7-day Adventist journey, which I still don't understand, but that was through a school friend of mine that got me into that. I went all the way, full in with that as well. And then I went back into another one of those kind of, Christianity churches. And at some point I was like, I'm done with this. It just is not, I don't resonate with the teachings anymore. I feel like a lot of the teachings are based on fear and making you feel bad for who you are and what you did and what you didn't do. And it is just, I felt like all the different kinds of churches I've been to, at some point I would feel guilty or feel like I'm not good enough. And I feel like church needs to uplift me. If I'm going to spend this much time into something, it needs to give me hope and I don't know, whatever. So I moved on to, I started doing like online churches, and then that wasn't, anyway, at this point, I don't go to any church. I would say I'm spiritual. I am a spiritual person. I meditate. I do believe in God. I do believe in a divine being. You call it God, if you call it whatever you want to call it, right? But I'm way more understanding of other perspectives as well. And yeah, so I wouldn't say that's I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily identify as a Christian anymore either. But so it is just a very weird thing for me to explain what I am or what I believe in. because I just believe that there is a higher being, a divine being, and there is a lot of power in ourselves and our minds and just energies in the universe. And yeah, it's just bigger and broader than just going to church and that, you know? So that's why I said I don't know about the faith part, but we'll see. We'll see what it is. Tina, are you growing your hair back? No, I actually have an appointment to go cut it again. I have been wanting to go over a quick cut, but life be lifing, so it has been postponed. But I think my appointment is in 2 weeks or something, and I really like this length. I wanna keep it for a little bit longer. Maybe this will be the last time that I cut it. Who knows? Depends on how I feel. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I feel religion is a slippery slope. Good for me. Yeah, it is, and there is so much hypocrisy in church. I just can't. And that's not even the thing for me, because to each your own. But just to, I'm very big on energy lately. Like even with people, when interacting with people at work, with friends, I always try to ask myself, how am I feeling? Like afterwards, I reflect and I'll be like, how am I feeling after this interaction? And at some point when I was going to church, I was feeling depressed and just so guilty and ashamed. And I was like, no, that's not a feeling that I want in my life. And T, yeah, you're still in the exploration phase. I wouldn't even, that's good for you, girl. And yeah, definitely do that. For me, I'm not exploring anything. I am not on the lookout for anything. I am just being and just experiencing, and that's it. That is it. And just putting a lot of trust in myself, to be honest, because that is something that has been outsourced, let's put it that way. And I really want to get back to myself. That's the most important thing to me right now. Do you believe in Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior? Okay, I believe in, the word believe is the tricky thing for me, because I do believe that Jesus existed. Like, I don't believe that all the stories are fake. But the whole thing, the whole gospel around it, no, I don't believe anymore. I don't believe in that anymore. And this is the first time of me I told you this is going to be a wrong one. This is the first time of me actually saying that out loud, because I've been explaining that to people, but I haven't been asked it in this way before. But yeah, no, I don't believe in that anymore. Tabuya, groetjes uit Wijk bij Duurstede. That's so funny. I have a cousin that lives there. That's so random. Chels, yes, that land is so nice on you. It's a whole statement in itself. Absolutely. But I'm actually kind of glad now that it's a little bit longer, so I can have it like in a little, bun. But I really love the short bob for sure. Okay, let me get back to a couple, because I did answer a couple of questions that you guys sent, but not all. So let me get to this real quick, because this is getting so long. Let me know if you're enjoying this. Should I keep going or should we wrap this up? Let me know, because I can definitely save some of these questions for our monthly check-in as well. What's a cute name to call that? Like our monthly check-in. If you have a creative name, let me know. But yeah, let me know if you're enjoying. Should I do another, what, 10, 15 minutes and wrap it up? What are you guys thinking? Maplethine. What shape do you tell your nail tech to style your nails? It is just the shape of my nail, of my finger. Okay, okay. I love it. I was even thinking of maybe do some unpacking as I'm doing this, but I cannot multitask and do this. So I love it that you're doing your thing. So yeah, so I just get my nails super short, and it's just the shape of my finger. To be honest, there is no particular special shape that I ask for. And actually, the girl that does my nails, she's a YouTuber as well, and I really look forward to my appointment with her because it's always so much fun. Like we have like it's like this is what I want to create with you guys, a monthly check-in, because I go every 4 weeks. It's like a monthly check-in because besides of the appointment we don't talk, but that like hour and a half, 2 hours that I'm there, it is so much fun. We kiki it up. We're having a good old time. She's updating me. I'm updating her about business, relationship, the dating, the everything. I really love that. And it's like one of my first, yeah, my first nail tech that I actually consider a friend, even though we don't see each other outside of the appointments. Okay. Okay, so Tavi, I'm lost. I'm not lost, girl. Okay, I'm not using the Dyson Airstrait anymore. I am using the Airwrap and the, wait, which one is the Airstrait? I'm confused. Yeah, no, the Airstrait, I know now. No, I'm using this one. I actually have it right here. So this is the Remington one that I was telling you guys about. It's super cheap, but it gets the job done. I am using the Coral. This is like such a good straightener, but the Remington goes a little bit higher, so that's why I like to really get that bone straight vibe. I go in with the Remington, and then this is the Dyson. What is this called again? Airwrap. The Airwrap. So I use these two all the time. I really love this combo. Okay, let's do another. Let's call the series laundry. That's a good one. Dirty laundry? I love the name laundry. Yeah, I think that's a cute name. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, let me do another a couple more questions, and then yeah, we'll get back to it. We'll get back to our lives, right? So let us see. Your favorite snack right now. Okay, so like I said, I'm in my 60-day cleanse by Armand. And are you guys following Armand's Diddy trial recaps? It is so much fun. Like that has become my guilty pleasure at the moment. Like every day in the morning, because he goes live at night. So I'll get it like first thing in the morning, right? So I'll wake up in the morning, do my little meditation, and then get to Armand's video. It is so much fun. Like the way that he breaks down. I know that it's not a funny thing, like the things that he did and all of that, but the way that Armand tells his storytelling abilities, just goals. But so and he has a whole different channel where he does manifestations, and he has the 60-day cleanse program. So I'm doing that. I started on the 1st of June, And one thing that I am giving up for the 60 days is snacks, because I've been snacking so much. And it was at some point, like, it was out of boredom because I'm single. Have I mentioned that? But yeah, it was out of boredom instead of like really enjoying the snacks. But one thing that I really love snacking on is salted roasted cashews. And not any particular brand, but just that always gets me. And in my mind, it's healthy. At least it's healthier than chips. So, and I'm a savory snacker. I'm not big on sweets unless it's like going to a restaurant and ordering desserts. But yeah, so I would say that's my favorite snack. I was actually craving it today, but I didn't. I'm trying to have more self control, but yeah. Um, okay, so someone asked if you have a partner. When I have a partner, do they share your chic minimalist style? So I was actually thinking about this, right? As in my search, it's not. I wouldn't, and I was thinking about this as I was watching Pop the Balloon as well, because a lot of girls, like, they count people off just because of the way they're dressed, and I feel like the way that someone is dressed is not a deal breaker for me unless that person is open to being styled. Because if you're with me, I feel like you don't have to be into fashion at all, but I would want my man to kind of, it needs to make sense, right? So I would want him to be kind of aligned with me in that area. You don't have to be, like I said, super into fashion or any, but if you will want to outsource it to me and be open to me styling you, if you don't already have your own minimalist style, yes, definitely, because I cannot be with someone who's like super flashy, you know, and that is not, it just doesn't match, because I feel like fashion is a form of self expression. So we don't have to be like twinning, but you kind of sort of have to be in the same room at least. Hope that answers that question. Um, Why? Let me see. How are you doing? How are you doing? And are you looking forward to for summer? Oh, girl, I've been waiting for summer, and the weather here has been crazy. It has been all over the place. Today it's pretty chilly. Now it's blue skies, but it wasn't. Like, it was raining yesterday as well. Super windy here, and but next week I saw that it's going to be like 90 degrees one day, so bring it on, because I'm a summer girly for sure when it comes to temperature. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Really happy to be in this new space, to get all of the sunlight in and just to explore the neighborhood. And I'm not traveling in the summer. I'll probably maybe do like a city trip here and there, maybe by car or by train. That's the nice thing about being in Europe. Paris is like 4 hours, 5 hours away, so I can definitely do that, but not going far. um and um and yeah, let me see this other one. um let's see. I already answered that. What is your full-time job? What are your 10 best wardrobe pieces that you love to repeat? Okay, for my full-time job, I already mentioned, but my 10 best, okay, let's try to do this out of the top of my head. Okay, wardrobe pieces, not staples, but okay. So I have My jeans from Reformation for sure. That's on repeat every week. My blazer from the Frankie shop, the brown one, oversized one. My loafers from Brunello, my loafers from Isabel, my handbag from Cezanne, my work handbag. Take it, to me, take it with me to work every day. A white t-shirt that's like comes in clutch every single time, oh, no matter the season. My belt from Kate. My I have this vest or this waistcoat that I bought from another service recently. It's linen. I've been wearing that down. It's like a brown linen one. My Chanel wallet on the chain. Wear that all the freaking time, and my boots from Stuart Weitzman. Those are like non-negotiables for me. Okay, what makes you smile on the inside? Oh, this is a deep question. This is a deep question. What makes me smile on the inside and the outside is my girl Frida, that's for sure. But other than that, to me is just, I would say, being at peace, like mental peace. Thinking about Curacao, being by the ocean, thinking about my loved ones, like thinking about my mom, like conversations that we've had, thinking about my dad, conversation like that would really make me smile. And then lately, what has been making me smile, as I am in this season of manifesting, my partner, is just thinking about how do I want to feel, and just like, for example, coming home and having someone there to talk about how my day went, about a funny thing that I saw on the street, and we would just make jokes about that, or watch a TV show and make jokes about that. That really brings a smile to my face, because I'm like, that would be so much fun. Like, I want someone that I can just have fun with. I think that's so important. And I'm going to get back to the story about the American guy. So we wrap this up, because we're going on an hour and a half now. But that's like really something that I really enjoyed about our first date. So we had like a 2 date in one, because he came, so he doesn't live here. He came here to see me, and he was here for 2 days. And the whole, like, it was so natural, like super just comfortable, like like you've been knowing each other for a couple of years, that you kind of get each other's jokes, like, with playing around with each other and joking around. Timing is very essential, right? And the timing was so right all the time. It was so funny. And that's like the thing that makes me smile, like literally, but also on the inside, is just, when I think about that and reminisce about how the time that we spent together was, that is just so funny. I was in a video that I took, I was filming last week. There was something that I said that reminded me of the date, and you can see in the video that I just the memory brought a smile to my face. I started blushing and everything. Like, it was stupid. But that's like the thing. That's the kind of love and partnership that I would want. So if I can, take that, and just bottle it up and have, the person that's meant for me to really have that, I would be so blessed. Okay, let's see a couple of dirty laundry. Vilma, yeah. So you listen to Armand as well. I love it. Thank you, B. Thank you for the nice words. Style relativity. It's okay that you missed the live because I'll save it and post it on my channel. Jasmine, I am not into zodiac signs. I do see that there is like some patterns, I would say, with people of particular zodiac signs. But no, I'm not into that. Trina smiles. I'd like to see how you shift out your capsule in future videos. Or also when you buy a piece of clothing, what are other examples of what it goes with? Okay, I was actually thinking of maybe doing um something that I saw on Caroline Gray, I think is her name. She does trees, worn three ways. That's a series that she does, and I really like that because it like really pushes you to style the same item three ways. And I've been thinking of doing something like that for the pieces that I keep from my videos, and style them for you guys in different ways. So that's, yeah, definitely something that I can do. Um, and I'm from Curacao. I am from Curacao. Someone asked that. I love your hair how it is, but would you ever consider wearing it natural in the near future? I have had it natural for years. Had it curly. If you see my older videos, I had curly hair for years. Um, so yeah, I'm in my straight era right now. But yeah, I would definitely go back for sure. I love to change things up. So yeah, nothing against wearing my hair naturally at all. Yes, I'll save the live so you can watch it back. That's why I don't want to make it too long, because for people who want to watch it back. And yeah, you can definitely, I feel like Dirty Laundry is a very, very cute name. I'll have to let me marinate on that and see if you have other names. Maybe we can expand on that. Let me know. How is your watch wearing at the moment? Where was it, got the gold version or was it the silver one? Girl, I cannot afford the gold version yet. So yeah, it was always going to be the stainless steel for me, and I am loving it. Like I have not taken it off ever since I got it, on from the store, because it is, I love it so much. I I sleep with it. I shower with it. It's, yeah, a very, very good investment for sure. So if you are considering getting the watch, do it. I'm not the best influence when it comes to your wallet. um, all right, let me see real quick. So we wrap this up. What happened to him? What happened to him to Tesla? What do you mean, B? My top 5 affordable stores: COS, Uniqlo is number 1. Uniqlo, COS, and other stories, Mango, and Arket, but Arket is not available in the US. But I would say instead of Arket, J. Crew. They are not the most affordable, but I feel like you can get very good quality pieces there. And my point of my channel is not to boost, like for you to go shopping every single week. So whenever you saved your coin and you want to get something cute, I would always advocate for you to spend a little bit more getting something get something of quality instead of quantity. So those will be my 5 ounce COS, Uniqlo, and Other Stories, Mango, and J. Crew or Arquette. Christina, you're from Aruba. Thank you, girl. Thank you, thank you. My fellow douchey. Okay, what happened to the American? I already. Okay, the last question, and then I'm going to. Okay, so the American guy, which one? No, I'm just kidding. But I already told the story in the beginning of my thing of this live. So just go back and watch it. But it just didn't work out for us because of the situation. He has kids, and it was just too much for me. Oh, you visited Aruba. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Christine. But yeah, so yeah, he has kids, and there was a lot going on. So that's in a nutshell why it didn't work out. But I have nothing against dating men with kids. I feel like the older you get, the if you also don't want to date men with kids, then the pool becomes even smaller. So yeah, I don't have anything against that. My preference is not that, but I don't have anything against it, unless but the relationship with the mother of the kid needs to be solid. Like, it needs to be a very good, healthy, cordial, amicable relationship, no drama. No drama with the mom, no drama with the new man of the mom, and there are just so many puzzle pieces that it can get very complicated and a lot. And it's already a lot, just two people coming together. So if you add kids and mother of the kid and boyfriend of the mom, and it's just too many pieces that if it doesn't make sense and it's too forced and too much, I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, you guys, I really, really enjoyed this. I think I didn't even drink my drinky drink, so I'm going to put some ice in it and drink it up right now. I really hope that you enjoyed this as well. And I saw this just go and pop the balloon. Someone told me to do that. It might be something I try. Who knows? Just for the gag of it. Why not? But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this. I will definitely, let's do this monthly for sure. For sure, a couple of months, see how it goes. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, next week I'm going to do a apartment hunting vlog, so you can see all the apartments I visited, and you can also see this one. So I'm not going to give a tour right now because there are boxes everywhere and it's a mess. But I definitely have some plans to decorate and to even renovate a couple of things. So yeah, really looking forward to that for sure, and I can focus my energy into that for the next couple of months. So have a lovely week ahead for you guys, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye. Bye, you guys.